Guys, Mudslinger 2 back at you. Today, there's a pretty nice little gun that I like. It's a 22, and I figured I'd do a short little review on it, just in case one of you guys are in the market for it or thinking about it. It helps sometimes just to have somebody that's used it for a while, that knows it, that likes it, or doesn't like it for that matter, just before you spend your money. So, without further ado, we'll say hello to our little Beretta here. This is a wonderful little pocket pistol. It's a Beretta PB 22. It's got a 7-round clip, and then with the button on the side here, you hit that, and the top flips up. That's where you put your 8th round. Now, what I like about this gun is it's got a hammer, so you can put that round in that gun. The hammer's down. You don't have to have the hammer up. It is double action, so if you have a round in there, all you have to do is pull the trigger. You don't have to shack it back. You don't have to do anything. You just pull the trigger, and it's a very hard, well, not uncomfortable hard, but a good trigger pull on it. So you're not going to just accidentally bump that trigger and this gun's going to go off. You have to go through a whole hammer cycle in order to make this go off. So if you shoot this gun on accident because there's one in the chamber, you're an idiot and you shouldn't own a gun, because you really have to be doing it on purpose. So for that matter, I really enjoy this little gun. It's got a full-size handle. Well, kind of full-size. You know, my pinky is not on the grip. My last finger is most of the way on the grip, you can see here. But most small guns like this, they have these little tiny handles. You can barely hold on to them when you shoot them. There's a couple other things about this gun. The sights aren't great, but it's not made for. It's a protection weapon. It's not made for sniping things at 80 yards. It's a fun target shooter, protection, something like that. People say you can't protect yourself with a 22. The mobs have been doing it for decades, and so I don't even understand the thought process of you can't protect yourself with a 22 caliber weapon. If I have 8 rounds and you have a body, I do not believe that you can stand 8 hollow point rounds in you and do anything, continue to do anything bad. I know if you shot me with a 22 once, I would not run. I would run. So, but the other thing that I like about this, I really like that flip up. But it has a full slide. 100% full slide, like a regular semi-auto pistol. So, put that hammer back down here. So when you're actually firing this gun, because of the fact that the slide has to come all the way back, it's got a little bit of recoil. So it's obviously got a tiny barrel, so it's kind of loud, which helps you feel like you're shooting a gun. It's got a little bit of recoil, so although you're shooting a 22, you feel more like you're maybe shooting a 25 or a 38 or something along those lines. So it makes it real fun. It's pretty accurate little gun. It's got fixed sights on it, but at about 12 yards, I can put out of the 8. It's a little bit scattered, but decent grouping, and obviously some of it's shooter error. But I can out of the 8, I could usually manage 5 in about a 3-inch bullseye at 12 yards for a tiny little gun with a fixed sight that are kind of just, like I said, it's kind of a hair sight. So, you know, there's no dots, there's no wide V, anything like that. So I think that's a pretty good result from this little gun. The other thing about this gun is not ammo picky at all. You can shoot, you can almost shoot rocks through the thing. If you put a 22 in it, obviously 22s are kind of garbage ammo, so you're going to have some failures. But I've, knock on wood, I've yet to have a failure with this gun. Anything I put in this gun, it shoots. That being said, what I usually run through my guns, give a little shout out to Remington and Winchester. But Remington and Winchester make these little copper plated 22 hollow points, and unlike the just round nose lead 22s, these really seem to cycle good through just about everything. Plus these little hollow points, at about 20 yards in like an 1/8 inch piece of steel, it'll put a hole in it about as big as my thumbnail. So that's pretty good for a 22. That being said, put our clip in. Load our one in the top. Now she's live, she's hot. Pop off a couple. You guys can see her in action. That first one went into the barrel a little funny. Kind of had to stuff it in there a little bit. So I was thinking it might do that on me, but so it didn't eject. That's all she wrote. Yep. Clear. Clip's empty. Release the hammer. There you have it. You're looking for a 22. It's a wonderful gun. I think in around the $300, $350 range. But you got to be looking for a 22. But if you are and you want something that performs well, you would not be disappointed with this little Beretta. So be good, be safe, be careful, especially if you're shooting. And guns don't kill people; people kill people. So you got a gun, just don't do anything stupid, and you and everybody around you be safe. We'll be talking to you.